Leo, on a night like this where you have a lot of opportunities on the man advantage, some of those bounces just not going your way, guys out of the lineup here tonight, just what is your entire consensus right now on the power play unit?
Yeah, I mean, you got a 5-on-3, especially late in the game, we got to execute for sure, but, that happens sometimes. I don't want to put this on the power play. I thought it was an incredible effort from the group. I thought, we gave up less than 25 shots. I thought we played really hard. You look at the one Savvy's got a wide open net. He falls down. He made a huge save on Meyer on the power play in the second period. Rosie's got a semi-breakaway. We fought all the way to the end. I usually don't go in there after losses, but there's not much you could say about this one. Like, I thought we played a really good hockey game tonight. It just you just usually if you don't score on 5-on-3s, you don't usually the outcome's not going to be there. But I don't want to put this on just the power play. I thought it was an incredible effort last night. I thought it was an incredible effort tonight. It's probably a game where you deserve a point by the way that we played and how hard the guys worked. It's unfortunate because you want to get rewarded for games like that. But, it's hockey, and, we made one mistake in this second period. They got a breakaway, but other than that, I thought we did a great job defending. We were above the puck. We got the breakaway at the end when we were pushing, but we had a good look right after we scored that 6-5. We had one in the slot, just goes off the toe of our stick. And, it's unfortunate, but really proud of the guys for how hard they played.
When you really look at the entire 60 minutes, had Cleveland on their heels basically the entire first period, just that lapse early on in the second period. What did you see in that sequence?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't think we, it's a tough play. We get a shot blocked, and then our D goes in, and then we had a forward get on the wrong side of the puck. They made a play, but I think in the second period, I think they had 2 5-on-5 shots. That was one of them. That happens in hockey. I thought after Jag's fight, we really took over, and then we got in a little penalty trouble. Great job on the kill all night. But no, it was. It's you never losing sucks, but like. I can't look at any guy in the face and say we didn't do everything we could to try to win that hockey game.
You set me up perfectly for the next question. The penalty kill was great here tonight, and you're exchanging a lot of guys who are now in these new roles. What do you think is really clicking for that unit?
Just a sacrifice. I think penalty kill, sure we missed assignments, but just their willingness to block shots and get pucks out. And, guys we haven't had time to, new guys coming in up from the East Coast League practicing, and some of our, Jags was in the box for his fight, so he missed a kill. Lish had a penalty, guys stepping up. I thought War Dog, Slags, Savvy, they did a great job tonight, and Kill kept us in the game for sure.
Coach, I don't know if this was asked. Coach, I don't know if this was asked already or not, but I wanted to ask you about playing this particular team. You played this team about 5 times already, but 4 of the 5 contests have came down to 1 goals.
Yeah.
Talk about the challenges that this particular team poses against your team, because you guys play them close, but it just seems like sometimes either you break or they break.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things.
No, it's a really good point. It usually comes down to 1 or 2 plays. Special teams are extremely important. You look at all the games we played, it's like you said, it's been down to the wire, and tonight was a game where, we got a 5-on-3 with 8 minutes to go in the game for 49 seconds. If we get one there, you're probably looking at a game that goes to OT, or you got momentum to try to get another one. But it's usually small plays here and there in the game. You weren't in here, but, Savvy has that wide open net on the penalty kill in the first period, and he kind of falls over, and then Meyer has that wide open net in the second period. Their goalie makes a big save. Rosie had semi-breakaway in the third. He made a really good save. And also Williams had one at the end when we were pushing. Yeah, it was a good hockey game for us. It's tough because you feel like the guys work so hard. So many guys stepped up to get a point in that game, and it's unfortunate. But I told the guys I was really proud of them. For their effort. Not just the last two games, but we've been stringing along, playing good hockey. Not, the results are the results, but like the process has been really good for this group. Like, we're defending, we're checking. It's another game we talked about. You give up 2 in 2 games, you hope to get 3 or 4 points. And but proud of the guys. Day off tomorrow. We'll get back to work on Monday.
I wanted to ask a quick follow-up. I don't know if this question also already been asked, but your power play kills have been amazing. You've been amazing on that. But on the other side, offensively, it's just not being able to score that. What do you think you're seeing from your vantage point that's not allowing you to capitalize on those particular opportunities?
Yeah, I think, our power play is, if you look at our power play throughout the course of the season, I think we're top 5 in the league. But then when you got Jonesy up, certain guys out. Those are big pieces. That's no excuse. But then you have, guys in there that haven't played together, the reps. But at the end of the day, you got a 5-on-3. It's not so much sometimes the power play of how many you don't execute on. It's the ones that you need the most in the games, like that you got to make count. And there's been plenty of times our power play, like. I go back to a couple weeks ago, Belleville. We're on a 6-on-5, pretty much a power play situation. We execute at a really high level. I think it's for our guys to understand the moment of, if we get that one, you get one, that, and we had a lot of momentum. Like, they weren't in our zone much in the third period. Then you got another chance to get one with 7 minutes left. But guys have been great all year tonight. It was just unfortunate that we didn't execute, at that time.
This isn't a knock on whoever was out there, but
Yeah.
Jones, I don't know if you have the numbers on when he doesn't play and when he's
Yeah,
in the lineup,
no,
but
he's
an elite quarterback.
elite. He's. I don't want to say best in the league, but I'd be hard pressed to find, 2 to 3 more guys. Just his poise, composure. You notice that with Jonesy, he doesn't get shots blocked a lot. He knows when to shoot them, knows when to shoot for tips. And, I thought, and that's taken away nothing from Belly or RJ. They did a great job tonight. They scored on the 6-on-5 after that. It's just, in those moments you need someone to make a big time play, and especially with the 5-on-3 there. We'll get better from that. I think the guys, you put them in that situation, and they've been really good all year. You don't go 25% for the whole year. Where we're at right now, it's been a huge piece to get us where we're at. It just leaves a bad taste in your mouth in a game like that.
Your assessment of Traven?
I just want to first say, Noich, best of luck to him in his his time here. He played good hockey. I think it's going to help our group. I really do. You look at did a lot of homework on the player, the person, on the back end with the guys being up, and someone that's played 122 NHL games, has played in the NHL, just some stability. I think when I get bigger on the back end, he brings some size, and not just that, but I think the overall, like, what he's going to do for our room. A guy that has played, close to 10 plus years, and we've, with Matson, Denner, being up, and that, awesome for them, really proud of them. But you lose, 2 huge pieces in the room, guys that have been here, they understand our standard, and when you lose that, guys have stepped up, but I think this is going to be really good for our group, not just the player, but overall, especially for, all of our D, that, someone that's played in the NHL that has done it at a really high level, could help our younger guys, not just on the ice, but just in the room. I think is going to be really good. Best of luck to Noich. going there, but I think this helps our team.
Once again, about the penalty kill, I believe the number was either 14 or 15 consecutive going back for
Yeah.
the span of 4 games. What clicked? Is there something at the beginning of that really clicked, or what have you seen since then?
I think we're doing a really good job. I think we struggled earlier in the season not getting those 200-foot clears, where you get a scrum puck and then you don't get the puck out, and then usually if you're in the zone for 45, 50 seconds, over a minute, like there's teams that are going to make you pay, and I think we've been doing a really good job of getting outnumber situations and then doing a job to get the puck 200 feet, I think is really important. The guys have done a really good job. I think like I said, that 4-minute kill, if it's 2-0 going into third, it's a tough hill to climb, but the guys gave us a chance by the kill, and credit to them. Credit to Pacer, put the guys in a really good position. Sure, there's mistakes, but I thought overall, and then Dev was back there, he has to be your best penalty killer, and I thought he was really good tonight.
And on home ice, Devin Levi has only allowed 1 goal in the last 214 minutes on home ice, and I believe it was 176 consecutive minutes of shutout. What have you seen there that really clicked for him?
I think Dev's in a really good rhythm right now. I think he's feeling confident about his game. I think we're doing a really good job in front of him defending, but also he's been able to make those timely saves. You go back to last night, he made a huge saves. Even tonight, that Williams breakaway in the third period, and you need your goalie to do that. The chances we did give up, he was there, and anytime, with the stats like that, you're going to win more often than not if your goalie you're defending well. Your checking game is strong. Everybody's bought into team hockey, so we're hoping that continues, and it's going to be really important, as we finish up these 5 games before All-Star break.
How important do you think it is that he converts that to road ice?
Yeah, no, I think it's a really good start. You look at the game in Syracuse, he had a really solid game. It was 2-2, and then technically, I guess it's 3 goals against, but 2 in 65 minutes. I think his game's in a really good place, and it's really important for our team. He's worked really hard with Seamus, our goalie coach, and hopefully he's in a good rhythm, feels good about himself, should have a lot of confidence, and he's going to be a really important piece for us down the stretch.